Y'all can see me? Oh, good enough? Alright, that's good. Alright, so for my last video, I explained that a lot of people don't talk about cutting and, other long forgotten or not really practiced African diaspora arts from North America during the slave trade, or that's been made up because everybody only talks about 52 blocks or knocking and kicking. And I explained also about Jailhouse from Sensei I'm a Fighting Champ. Now he explained the real difference between Jailhouse and the 52. Now I used to tell people this is my story. I didn't know I unintentionally used Jailhouse rock when I became a champion in fighting in 2010. Didn't know it. 19 years old. Okay, so I was going through a tough time. From late 2008, 2009, I started getting into drinking, smoking weed, lollygagging. Found a small job working on the weekends, cleaning daycare centers with my pops, but didn't really do too much. Started going back to school, didn't really take it as serious. Then in January 2010, my cousin got killed. And it was like a wake-up call. And also, I had just a few months later, before or after my 19th birthday, I bought the movie Blood and Bone, Michael Jai White. And we just having a ball. I started to do push-ups. I started using resistance weight bands. And I'm just loving the movie, man. Then I was at a party that went wrong. Still eating junk, but eating banana chips and things like that. Almost got arrested. I said, enough is enough. Went back to martial arts, changed my whole entire... Basically, that's the process when I began to change my life around. Started going to school at night, on the weekends, cleaning daycare centers, and during the daytime, I would go to school Mondays and Tuesdays. During the daytime, Mondays and Tuesdays, and then Wednesdays, throughout the rest of the week, I go to my instructor's house, go in his garage and train. And I'm watching one day, like I said, the Michael Jai White movie, Blood and Bone. We all watching Blood and Bone. And one day when my instructor left, he let me in his house, and instead of just staying out in the garage training. It was April. And I decided to get on the computer and do some research. And I'm watching Undisputed 2, because that was my favorite movie by Michael Jai White. Suddenly, I thought it was clickbait. I saw something that said Undisputed 3. I was like, Undisputed 3. It's going to be Michael Jai White. Whatever. All right, man. Somebody clickbaiting. Let me see. Nope. It was the real Undisputed 3 movie. Undisputed 3 Redemption. Now, I always thought of myself as a low martial artist, and I liked the word redemption. And the movie, of course, we all know, was about Boyka. At the end of the second movie, Michael Jai White, George Chambers learned MMA to fight Boyka in the rematch, broke Boyka's knee. Now Boyka's humbled from being a badass, and now he's humbled. He managed to get his knee fixed, but he's still kind of crippled. He manages to get himself back into shape, manages to prove everybody wrong, become a champion. And during that time, he ran afoul, but then ended up becoming friends with another prisoner, an American fighter, in this big underground prison tournament. he became friends with Turbo. And when I saw the trailer, Turbo caught my eye. I'm like, what the? Who's this dude? He ain't no Michael John White, but yo, who's this cat? Bought the movie in it's 2010. Yeah, bought the movie June 2nd when it came out. Tuesday, June 2nd. No, Tuesday, June 1st, 2010. I was mesmerized by Turbo's fighting style. And I just said to myself, oh, sugar, honey, iced tea. Yo, I gotta fight like this dude. So I started to also watch the methods and how they motivated, how Turbo and Boyka went from going at each other's throats to motivating each other to the end of the movie to become friends. But I was watching Turbo, which I didn't know he was doing a form of 52 blocks. Now, I imitated Turbo. Turbo didn't have much kicking ability. He didn't kick in the ring. He kicked when him and Boyka got to that scrap. So I said, okay, who can I imitate with kicking? I remember watching Shaka Zulu, so I would watch Shaka Zulu kicks. Eddie Gordo was a favorite of mine in Tekken, but the most favorite of mine in Tekken was Bruce Irvin. I said, okay, definitely throw some Bruce Irvin combinations in there. You know, so I'm like, you know, at my martial arts instructor's house practicing Goju, and then I'm trying to imitate what Turbo's doing. I'm like, okay, throw some more kicks in there. Throw hard high block, make it hard like a Zulu shield, and throw a front kick like Shaka would, and throw roundhouse kicks like Bruce, and, you know, spinning back kicks like Eddie Gordo, you know what I'm saying? But at the boxing, do like Turbo, fight just like Turbo. And I actually tried to fight just like Turbo. And now in the part where he beat the Croatia dude, he used what we call skull and crossbones. Now when tournament day came for the championships, I knew I couldn't use elbows and knees. It was continuous kickboxing rules. We could low kick and we could throw if we could. So what I did was, trying to make this quick because it's already 7 minutes. What I did was, I was fighting like this, and you know what I'm saying, hands wasn't up, everybody like, get your hands up. Trying to, you know, when I'm like this, and I'm throwing kicks, boxing, trying to box like Turbo, blocking this dude, and I figured this dude up because he was doing this. And I'm like, you fight like my brother, but you're not my brother. Just like Turbo. And he took the bait, came in, boom, 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 boom. Now, Turbo would go with the skull and crossbones. Couldn't do that, so I did. Boom. Blocked it. Pushed his hand. Left hook. Side kick. Spinning back kick. Superman. Like I said, I'm doing Bruce Irvin combos, but also some Eddie Gordo stuff. Some Shaka Zulu kicks. You know, the only part is I was fighting and beating just like how Turbo beat the Croatia dude. But the part where Turbo knocked him out, my opponent moved and I fell. I was like, sugar, honey, iced tea. This dude moved. Dang. All right. I swung so hard, y'all, I swear, if he didn't move, he was going to get knocked out. That's why I fell. I was like, oh, shoot. You know what I'm saying? But later on, he kicked me in the leg. I grabbed it, picked him up, slammed him. And I just kept doing this. I was rocking with it. And you know, I won the championship. Life turned around. I'm doing better. I got abs for the first time in my life. I went from 156 or 57 to 148, 49 pounds. I trained like a beast. I was kicking tires, punching tires, listening to Armored King's Here's the Point of No Return at times. You know, my MP3 player, Tekken 2 music, you know, stuff like that. Going back to school when school started back up at night, girls like, you look good. You know, everybody said, you look real fantastic. I said, I'm on a championship. You know, look, check your boy out. They said, you ain't got no abs. And all of a sudden, ooh. Yeah. So later on, I started to research the movie, and I'm like, what is Turbo's fighting style, right? Come to find out, people was talking about 52, 52, 52. Long story short, later on, I studied the 52, and then a month, it was August 2010 when I won that title. And then later on, the next month, that's when I discovered traditional African martial arts. 52, all that, it's African American diaspora arts. Then I started, the first one I discovered the month later in September 2010 was Dembe. And then, of course, you all know my journey from there. And I told people, I was like, oh, wow, fought like Turbo. I just didn't throw the elbows or the knees. You know what I'm saying? Whoever I would tell the story to. Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I use 52, man. Mao Shan on YouTube, I've seen his videos, even in 2010, where he talked about the difference between Jailhouse and 52, where he believes there is no 52. He believes it's a subdivision of Jailhouse Rock. And then recently, the Fighting Champ explained the truth of Jailhouse. And everything he did, I was like, wait a minute. Didn't I fight like that when I fought that dude? I was fighting like Turbo, but my position was like this. My hands wasn't up like it should have been. And I didn't use the elbows and knees, but I was blocking like that, like how he did. Sensei, the Fighting Champ. And the more I keep doing research and he finally explained, I was like, oh my God, I didn't win that championship using 52 blocks. I did it with Jailhouse. At least my variant of it. And the reason why I say that is because I learned it by watching Turbo. Like I said, I couldn't use the elbows and knees, so I had to improvise with the punches and kicks. And I took kicks from, like I said, Bruce Irwin, so that's Muay Thai. But then I took kicks from Shaka, Zulu, which we have Isinapakale Samatongo. And Zulu, this used also in Zulu stick fighting. They use kicks too. Real Zulu stick fighting, y'all. Some people Zulu stick fight and don't use kicks because they don't know how to Zulu stick fight. Anyway, and then the capoeira kicks, from Eddie Gordo. Mao Shan says back in the day, a lot of people keep talking about the 52 and this. He says no, the Jailhouse was, this, the boxing, particularly boxing, and the jingle movement and some capoeira techniques. And they could beat you down from your foot to your knees. So now I'm sitting here like, huh? So did I use 52 or Jailhouse? And I'm glad I seen these videos all these years, and then doing the research and doing what I do in practice, I realize now when I won that championship, the boxing with the capoeira kicks and, the Zulu techniques, I was using Jailhouse. And, imitating Turbo. Because I'm like, he has something different. I relied on my training from traditional Goju and kickboxing in the past. So when I won this belt, it was natural to me to box, kickbox, karate. But I was using something different. So I used muscle memory from training. From boxing and kickboxing and some karate. But like I said, I was studying different arts. I saw some capoeira videos. Of course, I was watching Shaka Zulu, adding it to the boxing. How Turbo was doing his joint. Like I said, I wouldn't know even about 52 blocks until later on in the month. So I'm sitting there like, holy crap. Now when I look back, I will tell everybody, I didn't use 52 blocks. I used Jailhouse. I used Jailhouse Rock. So I do want to say to Sensei or Sifu Maoshan, thank you for all those years, because I always kept watching his videos. I'm like, why does he say it's different? It's different. Because it is. It is, y'all. And then to Sensei, I'm a Fighting Champ, thank you for showing the difference. And showing when you did the demonstrations, I was fighting like Turbo, but that's what I did. I fought like Turbo style, but I couldn't use the elbows and knees, so I had to use just my arms and legs. So, it's 14. Okay, that's my story of how I unintentionally used Jailhouse Rock and didn't know it to win a championship. This your boy AJ, Ethiopian name Ashanafe. Like, comment, subscribe, holla back.